It's time for the Your Personal Bank Show with Ferenc Toth, President and founder of Secure Estate Management. Take charge of your financial future with your personal bank. Now, here's Ferenc Toth.
Welcome, everybody. This is Ferenc, and we're going to talk about a lot of great stuff today, including how to gain control of your money, create tax-favored income, and have more access to more funds over your lifetime. So we're going to cover 3 of the major problems that I run into. I've been doing this in the financial industry for 22 years, meeting with clients, talking to them about their money, how to manage it, how to maximize returns, how to minimize risk, how to minimize taxes, all that stuff that we all want. And the reality is, what our mission is to dramatically enhance the financial trajectory of individuals, businesses, and families. And our primary focus, of course, is with entrepreneurs, investors, and professionals. So, we're talking to the right people. And the thing is, how we do this is we work with a lot of strategic partners. I work with all types of different attorneys, tax, asset, estate planning attorneys. In fact, I'm excited. Estate planning attorney I've been working with for over 15 years is going to be a guest on our show coming up. CPAs, you name it, so that we can help people, again, gain control of their money. That's one of the big keys. And the last thing before I really jump into this I want to share is I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin Egglesfield. I was up in Chicago meeting with him and a number of his friends, and we did a personal bank workshop and shared with a lot of great information to dramatically enhance their financial futures up in Chicago. So much so that they asked me to come back in November and share some more. So Colin, it was a great time up there. And by the way, Colin Egglesfield is actually quite a successful actor in movies, TV. He was on the client list, Melrose Place, All My Children, many others. And he actually started a real estate investment firm in South Chicago, rehabbing properties in that area, working with nonprofits to revitalize those areas. And what's really exciting and cool, in fact, Colin, Saturday, I think it was, yes, took me to one of those properties that they were working on. And they're making a difference in the neighborhood. And what was really neat about it is Your Personal Bank is part of the tool of allowing him to be able to do this. So it's a pretty neat thing. So, Colin, thank you for allowing me to come up there, inviting me. And by the way, he just wrote a book, as I mentioned, named The Agile Artist. So check it out. And his latest movie, he co-starred with Sylvester Stallone. Hasn't come out yet, but when it does, we'll let people know. So exciting, fun time we had up in Chicago. Now let's talk about your money. So the reality is I've been talking about, again, Your Personal Bank, introducing the idea, the concept, and things like that. But first thing I want to touch on is one of the major problems that we run into on a constant and regular basis with people. And that happens to be debt. And I get asked a lot about debt. There's a lot of people out there that talk about and teach getting out of debt, for example. There's famous names we all know about. And we get questions about things like, should I pay my house off? And all those types of different things that people are always asking questions about and don't really know where to go to get the answer. And I always tell people, folks, this is the thing. When it comes to debt, the key thing you need to understand is you need to understand the difference between strategic debt and consumer debt. There's a huge difference between the two. And if you think about this a minute, just take a sec. What's the difference? Well, here's the difference. See, strategic debt is sometimes known as good debt. And what I mean by that is good debt is debt payments are made from someone else's effort. A great example that's familiar to most people is a rental property. If you own a rental property and someone else is making the mortgage payment and your cash flow is positive, well, that can be good debt or strategic debt. Certainly, you can create wealth using strategic debt. In other words, you're in control of it. You're mastering it. It's not in control of you. Now, consumer debt, what's the difference? It's really quite simple. If you have to go to work, and I don't care if you own the business or employee, doesn't matter. If you have to put out your effort, time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears to pay off that bill, that's consumer debt. And why is this so important? Payments that are made from your efforts can be a problem if something happens in the future. Have you ever lost an income? Have we ever had a business failure or reduction of income or lost a job or the economy took a dive or any of those scenarios, or you get sick or hurt and can't work, any of those scenarios that ever occur that happen in life, that's real world. This is what happens. And you have this consumer debt. Do those payments stop? No, they just keep coming. Those bills, those monthly bills keep coming. And when you can't pay them, well, you get the nasty letters, final notices, all types of things. And what all that does is it creates stress. See, I'm a financial guy. I'm a money guy. I've talked about this before. I'm really an entrepreneur. As the intro shared, I own a business. I own a financial agency, insurance agency. I've in the process of starting a bank. We're looking to open a bank here. I've owned a real estate investment firm. I've owned a retail business. I'm a serial entrepreneur, I guess you would say. And I've started 4 companies out of the 5 that I've owned over my career. And the thing is, as an entrepreneur and as an individual, I learned the hard way, like most people, about debt, the power of debt, where it can enhance and leverage and accomplish things for you, but also the ugly side of debt, where it can really come back and burn and hurt you. Here's the thing. According to the U.S. Census, the average American with a college degree earns $1.8 million in their lifetime. Okay? And people say, why are you talking about debt? Well, you're going to see in a minute whether your personal bank can help offset or reduce your total debt payments and take control of that money instead of paying interest. Start earning interest rather than paying. So the average American earns $1.8 million, according to the U.S. Census, so with a college degree or higher, in their lifetime. And according to Credit.com, the average American pays $280,000 of interest in their lifetime. Not principal, interest. That's a lot of money. And people say, why are you talking about debt? It's it's not a big deal. A few $100 a month here, a few $100 a month there. Guess what? It creeps up on you. It's over $250,000 for the average American in their lifetime. Now, if you think about that a minute, that's about 15% of the average person's total gross income. Go into work tomorrow or your business and find out you just got a 15% pay cut or income cut. Are you excited about that? I'd venture to say most of us are not. But yet what's happening is we're voluntarily giving that 15% to the lending industry. Remember, I said I'm on the chairman of the board of a bank in formation. I understand the lending industry, okay? They're doing just fine. Don't feel sorry for them, okay? They're doing great. They're taking a portion of our hard-earned dollars, our blood, sweat, and tears, and making money on it, and we're voluntarily giving that over to them. See, the key on this is recapturing. You want to learn how to recapture a portion of the income stream that's leaving your pocket as we read this. And here's the quick thought. This is powerful. We all have a checking account. And we have money that flows into that account, and we have expenses that flow out. And hopefully most of the time, we have more going in than coming out, right? Well, do you earn interest on that flow? The answer for most cases is no. Does the bank? Of course they do. What they do is they take that flow of money, and they take it and loan it out for cars, houses, credit cards, whatever, and create interest. So here's a common situation I share with people all the time is if you captured $30,000 monthly business income, gross, that's not a huge, small business. In 18 years, you could capture $1 million of tax-free retirement money for you. We're going to share some more information about debt and how to reduce this when we come back. But this is the Your Personal Bank Show. Tune in on Tuesdays at noon on Money Radio.
For more information on Your Personal Bank, call Ference at 866-515-6280 or online at yourpersonalbank.com.